Okay, we are at the last thing we need to do. So we are going to go and we are going to add the logic to view our cloud images. So we're going to add a new fragment, and we're going to add a new blank fragment, and we're going to call it view cloud images fragment, and finish. Before we work with that fragment, we need to go and add another adapter, because we are going to show this in a recycler view as well. The nice thing about this is that we can just take this adapter, we can say copy, and we can say paste. And we're just going to give him a new name, and we're going to call him the CloudPick adapter. Now we're only going to go change what needs to change, but you will see how lovely Android Studio S View is changing everything to CloudPick adapter here for you, which is quite nifty. So everything here stays the same. Everything here stays the same. Everything here stays the same. Everything here stays exactly the same. Because we will be using the same little item view. So there really isn't a lot that we are changing. All right, I'm just going to go through it again to be sure that everything stays the same. We will still need a context. We will still need a list of type image module called photo list, and we might need an instance of the image model class. Okay, and then we have our empty constructor, and we have our overloaded constructor that accepts photo list and a context. And we then have our item view, which returns the local pick items when we're going to reuse. That's absolutely fine. Okay, so that's perfect. And we have our unbind view holder, which will remain exactly the same. Except that we're going to just have to use a little bit something different for our oh, sorry about this. We're going to have to use a little bit something to display our image. So where we have get image bitmap here, we're going to have to change this a bit. Okay. So we're going to change this into Picasso. So we need to go add Picasso to our app. So we're going to go into our Gradle script. We're going to go build in Gradle, and I'm going to go steal the Picasso library from over here, one of my other apps. I will make sure I upload all the libraries for you guys to have a look at. So we want Picasso. Oh my goodness. It's usually because I can't remember that model number. Okay, so we're going to go add Picasso to our app. Picasso has 2 S's, and we're going to sync our Gradle. We're going to pray that Android 4 doesn't have any surprises for me, because this is the last video for this app. go see what bold says. Okay, that seems fine. So we're going to go back into our adapter, and we're going to go back all the way on bind view holder. And on bind view holder, we're going to go and set the following. We are going to say Picasso.get.load image model .get image URL, and we're just going to say .fit. Oops, sorry. Oh, come on. .fit, so that the image fits in there, and we see, and we're going to say .center crop, so it crops an image when it's too big, and we're going to say into, where do we want to store this image? So we're going to say into holder .local image. So there is the difference in our adapter, so that we can set that image view. And the rest remains the same. So we are now going to go and add the logic to our fragment. So we're going to go into our view cloud images fragment, which should have been pick, but it's too late. And we are going to delete the overloaded methods we don't want. And to keep our empty constructor, we're going to drop this, we're going to drop that, we're going to get in our singleton, so we're going to say that we want a private view cloud image fragment called instance. We want a public static view image cloud method of view image cloud fragment. We're going to call it get instance. And inside here we are going to say if instance. What is wrong with instance? Oh, it's not static, sorry. If instance is null, return new, and I'm not lost on the big capital letter in there that shouldn't be there. Else, return instance. Okay, time for us to go and add our logic. First thing we need to do is we need to go into our activities. So we are going to go first into, oh, that's also very bad. Okay, so we're going to go into view local pix. And we're going to go into code, and we're going to steal this. And we're going to store that in view cloud pix, which looks really bad right now. Okay, and we're just going to call this cloud image recycler. Right, so now we can go back into our view cloud image fragment, and we can add the code that we need to add there. So it's going to be quite similar to storing to SQL, the way that we lay out the logic. So let's go and call in what we know we need. So right under the class definition, we know that we need a recycler view for cloud recycler. We know we're going to need an image of the cloud pick adapter. Okay. We know we're going to need a Firebase database database equals Firebase database get instance, and we know we are going to need database reference, which is equals to database. Oops, should not have done that. Which is equals to database get reference and we want to pass in the photo memories. And this has to be my ref. Photo memories. Whoops. Okay, and we have to make sure that this photo memories is spelled correctly, because if we go into our Fakesogram here, remember that we did that 2 tasks, that while the image was uploaded, we wanted to write to the real-time database. So if we click on database, click on authentication, click on database, Fakesogram is hanging. Okay, there, database is opening. If we click on database there, we just have to go do some setting up. We're going to create a real-time database. We're going to start in test mode, even though we don't have to because we have an authenticated user. Lock mode means the user has to be authenticated to view his code. So let's start in lock mode. It might bite us and we have to come back and change it. But basically just no authenticated users are allowed to write to this database. Let's see. Let's refresh it. Because I forgot to do this step. So we probably need to just go push another image before this will show. Yeah, we're going to have to push another image. But we are basically pushing to the database exactly at the same time as creating the image. And we see this when we go look at the store CloudPix fragment. You will see that in store image, we push to the Firebase storage right here. And then we complete the task to get the download URL. And then if the task is successful, we get the current user. We get that download URL. We create an instance of the image model class where we set the values. And we then write this whole thing to the Firebase real-time database, because this myref is out of the Firebase real-time database, if you look here. Okay, so we will see this nicely in the next slide. So when we go back to our view local pix fragment, this photo memories must be the same as the way we pushed. That's locals, Rena. Must be the exact same as the way we pushed this photo memories. Well, not necessarily that one, but definitely the same as this photo memories. So it's also worth a while to just copy and paste it, just in case I make a typo, which is not, unlike me. Okay, so now that we have that in there, we can go and we can instantiate the little things that we need. So we can go into the onCreate method. Oh, no, I'm not done. What am I doing? Okay, so we have our database reference. Then we need a list, and we're going to make a private list of type image model. And we're going to call that list CloudPix list, CloudPix list. Just going to import that image model here and import the list. Okay, we're going to call that CloudPix list. We again need a Firebase user, oopsie, called current user, and on top of that, we all know we need a Firebase auth called mauth. We need, oopsie, that Firebase user. And then we can go down all the way here and start working with our fragment. So let's start by dropping that comment, and let's go say view equals. Let's grab this guy from here. Let's stick him in there and return that view. And now we can add our code. So we're going to start with our mauth equals Firebase auth.getInstance, and we're going to go start with a database reference. My ref equals database.getReference. Oops. Let's go get that photo memories. And we're going to append to this now. We're going to say dot child, which is mauth dot get current user dot get user ID, because we want to pull the data for only a specific user. So this only accesses the data for the data / images for the current user. Okay, now that we have that, we are going to go say that our cloud recycler equals find view dot find view by that find view by ID is r.id cloud image recycler, and we're going to go set Did I lose a bracket? This happens. Okay, we'll figure it out. Right. We also want to go say cloud recycler dot set has fixed size to true. We also want to go say cloud recycler dot set layout manager, and we want to pass in a new linear layout manager, and we want to pass in the last bit there. We're going to say get context. Okay, now we have to go see what happened to our brackets. So this one does not have a friend. So let's just go check all our brackets. Those two have friends. These two have friends. These two have friends. We need one more. They have friends. Saying it needs another one. But when this happens, it usually goes very far south. Ah, there's a missing return statement. Oh, we're going to go say return view. Okay, right. Now that we have done all of this, we're going to go add a value event listener to my ref. Okay. Oh, we also have to go say cloud spec list equals new array list. Sure, this feels like a lot of work. Okay, now I think we have all of it in there. I don't think we've missed anything. So we're now going to go say myref dot add value event listener new value event listener. And we've worked with these plenty before, so you guys should be pretty comfortable with them from first semester. But we've added a new value event listener, and inside here we're going to do an advanced for loop. We're going to say for data snapshot, the temporary variable data snapshot 1. Let's just call them cloud images. In data snapshot get children, we would like the following to happen. We would like to set string user to mauth get current user get UID. We might not need this. Okay, we're going to get an instance of the image module class, so we're going to say image model equals new image equals new image model, and no, we are going to say image model equals cloud images dot get value, and we're going to pass in here image model dot class. And this is where we're saying the data that is coming down from Firebase looks a certain way. It looks like we've laid out in our model, and we would like to write that straight into an instance of our image model. And then we want to say cloud pick list, cloud picks list that add image model. Right. And the very next step, you need to do this. I'm going to also add on failure listener, we'll see. The very next step we're going to do is outside of the for loop. We are going to say cloud pick adapter equals new cloud pick adapter, and it needs a cloud pick list and a context. Okay, and then the other way around again. It needs get contexts and a cloud pick list. Right, and then we want to go say cloud recycler dot set adapter cloud pick adapter. Right, everything is happy. We have no red lines. And uncancelled, we can just go say toast. And we're going to say get context. And over here, we are going to say database error dot get message. No, dot get message. Okay, that should be the long and the short of it. Let's just go see if in cloud picks we've called this fragment. We haven't. So we're going to go click on, say, view cloud picks with a small v. That's set on-click listener, new on-click listener, And inside here, we're just going to go steal all of this. And we're just going to change the fragment to okay. Proof is in the pudding. Let's run this and see what happens. It might very well crash, and we will handle it if that happens. The fact that my computer just did a blinky there is not really it's not really like giving me the best of confidence here. Okay. No, target device. I can't look. Where is my app? Android. Shall we just run it again? You should not have the infamous amount of emulator issues that I currently have. It's because I'm also running what's the guy with the whale? I'm also running Docker, and I'm using a different set of hypervisors. Okay, so let's click here. We're just going to store a new image because we didn't write to the database before. Store this guy. Save it as droids. Save it. Let's see if we can see it. Oh, how clever is that? Permission denied. Permission denied. Okay, so the reason for this is I need to go add the internet permission, I think. So let's go have a look. If that is our reason, we should be able to get something in logcat under verbose. Let's just look for permission. For denied. Let's look under error. Nothing. Let's go add the internet permission and see if it is that. Or it could be the fact that I need to go change something. But let's go add the internet permission, and we're going to do two things to see what I have done wrong. Users permission. Just start typing. Internet permission. That might be it. It could also be that we're not in test mode. We're going to try this, and then we're going to try test mode. And by the way, that's the database error you get that pops out there for you at the bottom, which is like very useful. Let's try again. No, it is this. That if I come into rules here, I just need to set this to, even though I am logged in, so there's no reason for that to happen. But I think that is what is causing it. I publish this change. We're going to try one more time, and then I'm going to go look what happened. Okay, let's try again. Well, that's not nice. Let's go store an image. Save them. Okay, at least Instagram is breaking now. So let's go see where that issue lies. On view cloud image line 77. And what is it unhappy about? Okay, I will come and look at what is wrong with this, and we'll talk about that in the next video.